7-Eleven, get me a couple of Red Bulls. Just.
You don't like coffee?
Oh, I don't got a coffee maker.
This is why you need a woman.
Exactly.
You slap her on the ass. When your coffee maker isn't working, you can slap her on the ass until it get in there and make you a pot.
You're right.
Ma'am?
I don't think that that's going to quite work that way.
And they said, you know what? The wisdom of my elders.
I'm not referring to making a pot of coffee. You know me. The pot's empty, and I was the one that had the last cup. It's already full.
Well, before we start, do you know what when your waitress has one black eye, you need to speak really slow because apparently she has a hearing problem.
In the wisdom of my elders, they shall lead the way. Let me hop on. Check your mic.
Hello?
Make sure you're not muted.
Oh, yeah.
Let me Rotn.
Did you post it to Twitter?
What, Bip?
And it had changed my mic over in that, but we are live, so hello everyone and no one. Welcome to another Rotten Movie Reviews, and holy fuck is I think the general consensus for the movie Hereditary.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. That is the general consensus. I thought Midsummer was a mind fuck, but woo!
Yeah, this was the writer and director Arya Starr's first movie, and holy shit. I think he kind of went backwards with Midsommar, because holy shit. Dude, and I will say, Alex Wolff, the guy who played Peter, did a damn good job. It's hard to believe he also, if memory serves me, was correctly, I gotta scroll to see if I can. Yeah, he was the young Spencer in Jumanji.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, and the two Jumanji movies.
The Rock one?
Yeah, the one. Yeah.
Oh, no one gives a damn about those.
They weren't bad, actually. They were entertaining. They're dumb fun movies. That's all they were supposed to be.
Still not Jumanji.
Well, they're not meant to be the original Jumanji, and what they're trying to show. Well, regardless, that's irrelevant.
You're right.
But it was that whole thing, and then like the girl who played Charlie, Millie Shapiro, and I had to look it up. She is not related to Ben Shapiro that I'm aware of, but
his wife's a doctor, folks.
Yeah. Well, because apparently she was born to a Michelle and Eric Shapiro, and she is like, from what I've seen in a lot of her pictures, a typical like lefty Gen Zer. From her photos.
She's cute, though. She's cute.
Right. Yeah, this movie came out in 2012, and wow, that is really just all I can say. Like, cast did well.
Very well.
Like Toni Collette, who played Annie, Gabriel Byrne, I think that is, who played Steve, the dad. Yes. Holy shit, they just fucking knocked shit out, in my opinion. Like, great acting. Still, it seemed, and I will say this kind of till the day I die, I think this person wanted to use like as many effects as possible, but added a lot of practical effects as well. Just, god damn, I had to put stuff down that I was doing near the end. It's like, I can't miss any of this anymore.
Oh yeah, I was listening, and there were some dull parts, but after a while, I'm like, you know what? I want to see this.
Yeah, it had that nice slow build up, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
Yeah, oh man, I think the father played was the straight man in this whole fucked up thing. Like,
I was just going to repeat what I said at the beginning. I feel like Marcellus Wallace. I'm far from fucking okay. Horror movies really I don't do well with horror. Slasher films, okay. You know, you expect it. But this was suspenseful horror from start to finish.
Yeah, because they got it tagged
had
as
a
drama,
slow
horror,
burn.
mystery.
Yeah, I mean,
this is a slow burn.
if
Oh, yeah.
Scooby-Doo was to go adult, this would be Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is the way that they should have went with the adult Scooby-Doo. That or like
Fucking horror.
that or like that one little cartoon did to where basically it wasn't Shaggy was God, it was actually Scooby was God, and it was always Velma who kept remembering everything and like, why can Scooby talk? So he would kill off the gang, recreate the whole world, and try again. So all the different iterations you've seen of the Scooby-Doo gang was the ones that Scooby had recreated from the get-go.
What the fuck is? I need to see that.
I will find it after this to show it to you because it is the whole thing. But I'm pretty sure we can say by the end of this movie with everything, since you said you're pretty far from okay, James, that we all have
emotional damage.
Yep, we do.
Yeah.
But to get past that and everything, since I didn't even welcome everyone, everything, because it's still just kind of in a holy fuck thing. Tyr, how are you?
I'm something. I don't know what I am. I'm something after that one.
Okay, James, other than being pretty far from fucking okay, how are you?
I need a role model
You need a role model?
and a support animal.
Angela, how you doing?
Remind me to take stock in a whiskey company.
Yeah, that was definitely fucking crazy.
Yeah. You know what? I think the director has a theme where most of his characters had to be completely and utterly unlikable.
That's the thing, though, is none of the characters were really that. It's like they weren't the most likable, but they weren't really that unlikable.
The mom was a complete and utter bitch.
Well,
The mom was crazy.
Yeah.
She was. And I get that she went through some shit. I really do. I completely understand that losing your mother, does something to you. But you're still a parent, and you should have never pushed your daughter on the brother who. It's a fucking high school party. You knew there was going to be drinking the moment you let him go.
Also, and I'm going to say this because this needs to be said. Who the fuck sends their asthmatic child that has an allergy to nuts anywhere without a fucking EpiPen?
EpiPen, right?
There you go.
And what dumbass at a high school party wouldn't have thought to been like, does anyone have an EpiPen before taking the fuck off?
What's dumbass? What? First off, this is a high school party. Who the fuck in a high school party lets a 13-year-old into a high school party?
Idiots.
Idiots, you're right. But the
And
mom
it was a
should
high
know-
school party, so it's full of fucking idiots.
But
We
the
were all
mom
there.
should know. The moment she let him go, it is a high school party. There's going to be alcohol. You should have just not have said, okay, no, you can't go.
Yeah, either the no, you can't go, or just
Don't drink and drive. Let me drive you to the party and call me when you want to come home. Like, she should have been a responsible adult as well.
okay.
But,
Grief does a lot to someone.
oh god, we are gonna get to
So-
it, but
I mean, listen to when she was in the therapy session, though. She was
Yeah, she-
fucked up before her mom died.
Oh, yeah.
true.
Well, her mom fucked her up before she died because
and she
if you notice at the eulogy, She said that mother had her secrets and you didn't question
ask,
her because you were wrong.
and it felt like a betrayal for her to be up there talking about her. But quick little side tangent. We're going to have to watch Pig at some point because we're going to get to have Alex, who played Peter. He is one of the main characters in Pig with Nicolas Cage.
Oh shit, this is going to be good.
It is.
That one's on the list. It'll be a little further down and everything. I'm just trying to see what else Joan has been in because it's Ann Dowd. Oh wow, she's been in quite a bit of shit. Manchurian Candidate. I don't really care about The Handmaid's Tale. I still need to read it at some point, but I don't give a fuck as much.
Why do you want to read slightly not trash?
Because to hear people quote to this is The Handmaid's Tale because most of them never fucking read it and they're a bunch of goddamn idiots. And to correct them.
Yeah,
it's
from what I hear, the book is actually definitely
it's the
better
same
than
reason
the
why I
series.
still need to go through 1984 and finish Lord of the Flies, but I got kind of
I
bored
mean,
with Lord of the Flies.
Just for a refresher.
Dude, if you've never read it as well or got an audiobook of it, Fahrenheit 451 is fucking awesome.
I have a shit ton of audiobook credits. I don't mind using them.
Oh, apparently she was in True Detective in an episode. She has been in a lot of stuff.
I know I've seen her in other places. I just can't.
Yeah, she's usually like a side character. This was like her closest to being kind of more of a
You're the antagonist.
lead.
I would call her the antagonist.
In a way, kind of, yeah.
All right, so it's a protagonist, a deuteragonist, and
The fuck is a deuteragonist?
No, the deuteragonist is the second protagonist, but they're not the protagonist, the main one. They're one of the main characters, but not the main character.
Okay.
And I think you could call her a deuter antagonist.
Yeah, that would kind of make sense.
She was the wife in The Sixth Sense.
Which one?
The one that was poisoning the kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's why she looks familiar.
I didn't know she was the mom in Sixth Sense.
Which one? The one who played Joan?
Remember the one that played Joan. I thought you were asking about Sixth Sense.
No, I was asking which character we were talking about because I scrolled through her shit fast.
Mother.
Now I gotta remember what fucking year that came out.
Wait, the mother? You mean Toni Collette?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
In 99.
Oh, she was okay. That's why she looks familiar now. I didn't know she is the mother.
Actually, if you want something she was in that was definitely a palate cleanser for this, try Connie and Carla.
She was in Touched by an Angel.
I think we're gonna need at least two palate cleansers for this one. This one, woo boy.
Like I said, my issue with this one is it hit all of the chords that made Pet Sematary uncomfortable for me. It was literally just a play off of a parent's anxiety.
Oh yeah, and not just that was the thing is like if you kind of pay attention, it's not just the parents' anxiety, it's also the kids because like the mom being the what was originally the protagonist of the movie until it switches to Peter at the end. It has her dealing with everything of losing a daughter and a mother, so she has to go through the whole thing of grieving as a child, not as a child themselves, but as a child of a parent, and then grieving as a parent as well, and then you have Peter grieving as a sibling.
And all right, so again, I say most of the blame lies on her. I get, again, as a child, I watched my mother go through the stuff she went through when my grandmother and my uncle died. She was really close to those two, and she went through a lot, but she still had enough function to do the things she needed to do. Now, you can clearly see her trying to bury herself in her work and other things instead of being a mother to her son. You know, he's clearly disturbed, and you're kind of blank. When they had the big blow up at dinner, and he said, like, you're fucking blaming me, like,
and just
you
fucking
have responsibility too.
And just fucking say it.
Yeah, that whole event, like.
Well, dude, and that whole fucking dream within a dream to where basically she admits that she was trying to cause herself to have a miscarriage or an abortion. She couldn't go through the whole process of actually getting an abortion because she originally never wanted to be a mom.
Yeah. So.
Okay, and it was the woman who played the mom, Toni Collette. She was the one in The Sixth Sense.
Yes.
Yeah, she was.
Because that's why I was that's why I was asking who, because I was looking at Ann Dowd. You know, the one who played Joan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. I didn't clarify. I'm sorry.
Shit happens.
Alright.
Yeah, she
had issues she needed to deal with, and she needed to deal with her own trauma instead of just taking it off on her children.
Yes.
Which is what she, in a lot of cases, did. And then, you know, the son harbored resentment because of the supposed sleepwalking issues, and then of having the three of them all covered in fucking paint thinner. Because, yeah, it's going to be hard to come back from that, because all that shows is, like, it'd be closer to, like, postpartum depression. And
she needed to go to an actual
dude,
psychiatrist.
She needed to see a fucking shrink, a good one.
No, what she needed to see was because they said I think her husband is a psychiatrist, if I'm not mistaken, from the Wikipedia thing. But she needed to see somebody that wasn't him, and she didn't need to go to a support group.
Yeah.
Which she needed to go to actual motherfucking one-on-one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. She needed to see an actual shrink and that whole thing. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Even if you have a shrink in your family, you don't go to them for that, because their judgment is mostly going to be skewed.
It's unethical for them to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Any shrink worth their salt will tell you that.
But yeah, she needed to see actual professional help.
Yeah, she really did.
But she was trying to try to get help when she reached out to the support group.
Yeah, she was going about it in a lot of cases the right way, in a way, because, like you said, she was trying to reach out.
Yeah.
I don't think she was going with it.
You know, and as far as her emotional baggage goes, you know, it kind of, I can basically identify with this character, with the mother character, because you suffer one traumatic loss, and then not even a fucking month later you suffer a major traumatic loss.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you're estranged from your mother, but your mother dies. It's still your mom.
Yeah,
it's going to pull at your heartstrings a little bit.
Most likely, like, unless there was complete animosity to where there was nothing, but it sounded like there was that reconciliation, and it's like reconciliation, separation thing that kept happening with them. Right. So it's like there'd be something, because, like, I'll openly admit, when my dad's mother died, because she was the last of my grandparents who died, like, I still am kind of indifferent. I don't hate her. I still love her, and for the most part, but I had to deal with a lot of other bullshit because of the fact of being my father's son.
Right. And
it didn't help. She was kind of an overbearing fucking racist for a lot of her life too.
Yeah, and like I said, I can understand all that, but basically, she was on that cusp of diving into her work, trying to shut everything out, and wall herself up.
Oh yeah, she was trying to go about it the way stereotypically a man would.
Men do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it just wasn't working for her. And
honestly,
and the words of Christopher Titus, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this trauma and pain, I'm going to bottle up in a jar, slide it over here, and and have it cut out in 30 years with part of my liver.
Yeah. Exactly. But the thing about it is, the different where I stop identifying with her and I insert my own personal baggage in, I self-medicated.
Yeah, that's usually the other thing people do.
Do I recommend that? No. But finally it got to the point where my primary doctor, he says, here's the deal. Either you commit yourself today or by 8 a.m. tomorrow, there will be a sheriff at your door. The difference is, you commit yourself today, you can check yourself out in 3 days whether or not you're okay. I send the sheriff to your door, you're in there for 30 days.
Yeah.
So, at my father's funeral, the one of the preachers was doing, you either should be comforted or you should learn to cope with it, and they wanted people to be comforted, and I kind of took the opposite. I wanted to learn to deal with it, like to cope. Like, don't pet me up, don't soothe my wounds. I need to learn to let this motherfucker heal. You know.
It's like you have to deal with what you have to deal with. You're never gonna lose the trauma, the pain's never gonna go away, but you can't let it become you. You can't let everything you can't let that, in a lot of cases, become your personality.
Yeah, and she wanted to be comforted, but she needed to learn to cope with it. She needed to learn how to deal with it. And because she was trying to be comforted, which no one was doing, you know, her son couldn't comfort her. Her husband couldn't comfort her because he lost a daughter. Son lost a sister and a grandma, you know, so...
Oh, and it didn't help as well with the son is that, you know...
He was the killer. He was the cause.
Yeah, he was the cause of why his sister was dead. And it wasn't even for... I mean, it was still an accident. In all of it.
I wouldn't say the cause. He was a factor.
Yeah.
The cause was the peanuts.
There you go.
The cause was the peanuts.
I think they were
the mother sending the daughter was a factor. Him driving fast was a factor. And the pole was a factor.
Well, and swerving to miss a dead animal, too.
Yeah. Which could have been placed for all we know, because, again, the occult symbol was on the pole.
Yeah, and if you paid attention to at the end when the Joan said, you know, we helped you shed your female body so you could inhabit a male body.
Yeah.
Because that was the whole thing that was supposed to be. Peter was originally supposed to be the embodiment of the demon.
Amen. Yeah.
Amen. Because apparently if you paid attention on some of the ones when they were doing you'd have to pause it, and I think it's also lighten it a little bit if you knew what you're doing with that, which I don't. On a lot of the night scenes when they're showing the house from the outside, if you were to pause it and lighten it up, you would see all the fucking cultists hanging out around the house. Like, they're perpetually trying to make this shit happen.
Yeah.
And I think
it's the grandma's cult.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
this is what I think. I think she was killed because she gave him the wrong body.
No, it was still her time to go. In that whole thing, it was part of it was that they had to set it up since they couldn't get to, you know, obviously her daughter's firstborn, which was the male, and and that's like still had to pass it along and then go through everything to set it up. Her body still just ran out of juice. There was nothing in there of like her dying because of anything else. Like they didn't kill her; they desecrated her corpse for damn sure.
Yeah, they did. Chopped her head off.
And where I'm not okay with this movie and all that, it all starts with the sister's death. You know, with the whole seance and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is beyond fucked up. There were times in this movie that I had to pull my earbuds out because I'm going, oh no, we ain't doing this. Okay?
Yeah,
and every time you hear the, yep, I'm pulling out my earbuds here. And then there towards the end when you see the mother scampering around on the walls and shit, fuck you.
And her beating her head on the goddamn, yeah.
Yeah, dude, she could have fucking beat out anyone for the headbangers ball.
She could have.
Yeah.
I don't know. Her dad took a pole to the face. Ooh. So.
By the way, that little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Is she the same chick? The same girl that was in what was it? That Showtime movie. With William H. Macy.
She only has 3 acting. She only has really 4 acting credits. 5.
Are you
2
trying to
theater.
ask if she was in Shameless?
Yes.
No, she's in the short Monkey Bars. Couple episodes of J.J. Villard's Fairy Tales, I guess, as a voice actress. And one episode of the Splitting Up Together, Hereditary, and the short Broadway Kids Against Bullying, I Have a Voice.
I only see her with 6 credits. Matilda the Musical, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. She was Sally Brown. Splitting Up Together.
Yeah, so that's all I'm seeing in her IMDb for as an actress.
Oh, IMDb. I'm looking at Wikipedia.
Okay. Alrighty. That makes sense. But she sort of looked like the little redheaded girl from Shameless.
She looked nothing like that girl.
They were both fat and redheaded.
Yeah, this. I'm going to classify this one as a true mind fuck.
Yeah, this one fucked. It fucked with my melon.
Yeah, that was like a. Well, the original Wicker Man gave you that good suspense of like, will this work? Won't this work? How'd they do this? How'd they do that? Pretty much, I think I can sum up of what you want to think of this movie with a title of Jordan Peele's latest movie. Nope.
Yep.
I don't want to think about it. Nope.
Yeah.
This entire movie was a big ass nope. Especially when she started fucking with that seance shit.
Yeah. Then having Charlie fucking grab a pair of scissors so she could cut the head off a pigeon.
Yeah,
a dead pigeon.
That little girl was. Okay, that little girl was disturbed. I get it that she probably was already the vessel for
yes,
payment, and she was probably already possessed and whatnot. But
that's why the mom Annie was saying like her mother wouldn't even let her feed her daughter, was because everything had to be a part of the cult and whatnot. I'll just say this, for some odd reason, okay, what was your name again? Ari Aster. Dude, you really like to show dudes dongs for some odd reason.
Yeah, he does.
Like, it's not my thing. I know there's some people that are into that tier.
He's equal opportunity.
No, I like.
He's equal opportunity on the nudity.
In other dongs.
I just couldn't resist the joke because of you being TSA and all.
No, that means I like feeling them up. I
But
seeing
just that whole thing with like the
He
naked
likes to
cultist was
touch
the
them.
weird.
He doesn't like to see them.
exactly.
But the weird thing is just like how varying as well the age of the cultists were. Because if you saw the one long-haired kid that was up in the treehouse with them, that was one of the guys that was smoking pot with Peter as well. When the four of them were smoking pot, the long-haired dude with the kind of ponytail thing, yeah, he was. So it's like they were always around him. And I want to say as well, from one of the things I was reading or something, when Alex did the scene to where he basically smashed his head into the fucking desk, which, dear God,
Yeah.
if he did that himself, they did really good.
He didn't do it. It was Payman doing it.
Yes.
Payman smacked his head into that desk.
Yes, but if I remember correctly, like he dislocated his jaw during it.
Wow.
So like through all of that, like if that was him doing that shit, dude, I'm pretty sure you know, it's like probably closer to 18, but like, bravo! You didn't need to put your body through it, but bravo! That's why, like I said, that as a writer and director for what this dude's going through, like yes, he does like to use the weird filters and everything, but the dude also really likes practical effects.
Okay. You know how everybody gives J.J. Abrams shit about his lens flare and all that?
Yeah.
I still won't give him shit about his lens flare.
Now, this director here, he uses, like you said, he uses a lot of filters, but he's not doing it just because of his name, and it's something you expect. He does it for the practical. It's part of his storytelling.
Yeah.
It's not a money grab.
No, it's not like oh fuck, no, I can't remember his name. Explosions Boy.
Michael Bay.
See?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, for the first
And
Transformers,
fuck him for ruining Transformers.
I agree.
I do agree, but I still find the first one entertaining.
Yeah. First
No,
one
it
was
wasn't.
No, let me clarify. I find the first one entertaining because the C1 or the AC-130H that got to shoot the Decepticon Scorpion when what's his name said "Bring the rain." Now, I openly admit I was in school, still in high school, when that movie came out, but I have worked and been on that plane.
Oh, wow.
So you have a hard on for that plane. Got it.
Dude, have you ever seen a 105 shell?
It's possible.
Okay, a 105 shell is like 1.5 feet long.
Yeah, I've seen
And
one.
yeah, and the bullet is just as long. Like quite literally, when they do that, they call it a death spiral for a reason. If you ever look,
I've seen a shell that big.
yeah, if you ever look up the frickin' things for it, when the 105 goes off in an AC-130, it pushes the plane 3 feet to its right.
Fuck.
That's how powerful these rounds are. How could you not think that's cool? The
Sorry,
only other
that's
plane I like,
badass.
the only other plane I like it about as much or more than that is the fucking A10. I mean, because yeah, another company designed the aircraft itself. They quite literally took the gun that General Electric built. The same people who make your washers and dryers and toasters and things like that built
And light bulbs.
a gun, and then the military said we need to build a plane around this gun, and this gun has to have a burst for when it fires, because if it were to fire full like completely full auto, it has the potential to stall out the plane. That is just fucking awesome.
Yeah. I will give you that. But as far as storyline and everything, as far as the Transformers go...
that's why I said I found it entertaining. I didn't say it was good.
It ruined my childhood.
Like, Cowboys and Aliens is entertaining. It's not a good movie.
No, it's not a good movie.
But that doesn't mean I can't have an appreciation for something that entertained me. Everyone said, I think it was called Drive, the one that had, oh, god damn it. Fucking Notebook Boy.
Oh, no.
I can't remember his name. But the dude in that, because it was based off book, like, oh, that movie, it also had Bryan Cranston, and I had someone else I know. But
Like Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Gosling. That movie was garbage, in my opinion. But so many people were like, oh, it's so good.
No.
And that was one of the few movies I actually thought about walking out on. Yeah. That I thought about walking out on and getting my money back. I mean, it had a good cast. You had freaking Bryan Cranston in there as well. Christina Hendricks, Albert Brooks, Ron Perlman.
See, do you know how I know when I'm not going to spend my money on a movie?
Wow.
Ryan Gosling's in it.
Hey, I didn't hate him in Remember the Titans.
I was gonna say Ryan Gosling isn't a bad actor. He just gets schlock movies because he's great.
He was in Remembering the Titans?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
He was the one who actually is like, I can't make the catch, and turns it over to another person.
He turned over to Petey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Petey's fast.
Oh, he had a bit part in it.
Now, he had a fairly serious
He
role
was a
in it.
pretty, like, front and center guy.
Holy fuck, he was in an episode of Goosebumps?
Must be ancient.
I mean, he was in an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark in 95. In 96, it was an episode of Goosebumps. Hell, he was in Kung Fu The Legend Continues for an episode.
He must have been a child then.
Yeah, he was a child
Well, he
actor.
was a child star for, like, Disney, I think, or Nickelodeon.
He was young Hercules as well. But he was also in
You're kidding me.
Hercules The Legendary Journeys.
Yeah.
And,
So
and
he was
got
young Hercules?
Yeah.
And he's not a drug addict or a crackhead like most child stars. Wow, he turned out pretty well.
Some of them do. Not all of them do.
You can usually tell whether their parents let them live in Hollywood or whether they just went in.
And I can bring up another movie that was actually good that had him in it. Fracture. It's him and Anthony Hopkins. And he plays an attorney. Dude, Fracture's a hell of a fucking movie if you've never seen it.
Nope, have never seen that one.
Okay, we're gonna throw that on the fucking list. God damn it. The ever-growing
Frequency
list.
on there, too. Dennis Quaid and... it's a Dennis Quaid movie.
Okay, hold on.
It's called Frequency.
Wasn't that like Helen Hunt?
No.
Shit.
Who was the chick in that? I know I saw that.
Hell, if you want to throw in Frequency, that's throwing Phenomenon then. And Michael.
Oh, by the way, Lily Sobieski. I can't remember which movie it was. It might have been Wicker Man. I wasn't in the chat for that.
Which Wicker Man?
But the one with Cage.
The bad one. Okay, got it.
But yeah, the actress's name is Lily Sobieski.
I am really going about this the wrong fucking way. Trying to find this.
And
You
Angela
guys
accused
brought
me
it
of liking art films.
You
I didn't
like
realize
art
that.
films.
What?
Apparently, these movies that we've been watching,
Mm-hmm.
the Midsummer and all that, are
Yeah.
art films. I didn't know that.
It's not too surprising for that, but at least they're not, like just lesbians falling in love.
Yeah.
I mean, these ones at least weren't straight fucking Oscar bait.
Yeah, they're good movies,
Some of
and
them.
they can stand on their own.
Yeah, Midsummer could stand on its own. It's fucking weird. This one can stand on its own. It's fucking mindfuck.
Wait a minute, what was that? Sorry, just a little jumpy.
What?
I heard something.
Oh.
It's just a cat.
I was saying, if we're going to talk about movies we should add on here, I don't know if any of you have seen it, but my dad was saying we ought to do at least the first Phantasm.
Oh,
the whole series.
I don't know
whole
about
flipping
the whole
series.
but the first one is a definite.
Okay, because I know I've only seen bits and pieces of that one. All I can think of is I think one of the Phantasm movies has the kid who has the frisbee that he put fucking razor blades or some shit on. Unless I'm thinking of something else.
Something else.
I would have been like the fourth one.
Like I said, I don't know.
Yeah. The whole series is phenomenal. The shotgun itself is worth talking about.
That fucking orb thing was worth talking about.
Yeah, right?
That and the dude who played the tall guy was apparently the same. Like, he actually apparently had some health issues and still came back to do the fucking shit just because he was the icon
That's
for the
his
role.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no one else.
It's like a.
No one, like, quite literally, I think they even were going, when I was reading something about that or listening to something about it, they were like, the guy who played that, pretty much everyone that have been on those films are like, no, we can't recast him. There's just no one who can fill the role. Like, if he can't do it anymore, we're done.
Yeah, and when he died, that's where they stopped.
Angus Scrim. That's the guy's name, Angus Scrim.
He was phenomenal in it.
Yes, he was.
Especially when he actually got to act instead of just being the menacing bad like Michael Myers.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to see that until the third installment.
He was in Dances with Werewolves as well.
Sorry.
Just the name of that movie makes me want to see it.
I'll fucking add that one to the list anyways.
Shit, fucking add Wishmaster. That's a good horror movie.
I do like the original Wishmaster.
No, what horror movie you should add? And people are going to hate me for saying it. Lord of Illusion.
What?
Lord of Illusion?
Yup. Add that.
Am I missing something? I don't remember that being a horror movie.
You don't remember Lord of Illusion being a horror movie? Nexus.
Okay, Tier,
Yes.
can we barter on something?
Okay, let's go.
Instead of Lord of Illusion, how about In the Mouth of Madness?
Ooh.
I do need to go over that one of these days. Lord of Illusion does have Scott Bakula in it.
Okay, I'm thinking of... Okay, it is the one with Scott Bakula. That's what I was thinking.
It's a horror movie.
It's... Yeah, it's listed as a horror movie. It just never struck me as a horror movie.
But
Let's say if we're
If
gonna do Into the Mouth of Madness, we have to do like the whole Cthulhu series of those movies. It's the only proper way, in my opinion. And I gotta find out which ones they all are again.
Into the Mouth of Madness.
I'll have to. We'll have to start throwing the. You know what? Hold on. go to
You're
this real quick.
breaking me a little because you keep saying into. It's just it.
Yeah, In the Mouth of Madness.
I'm sorry.
Patton, you're pedantic.
Into the Mouth of Madness. Sort of like sounds like a sketchy prostitute that you might want to give you a blowjob.
You might not want to.
Yeah, she kind of might have that meth tooth going on.
And the clap.
If you want to do horror movies that are like
Puppet Master.
cursed,
The whole film.
Well, no, he was talking about how the guy from Phantasm was actually ill while he was filming. If you're looking for something along that line where it's pretty much theorized that the entire filming of the series was cursed, you've always got Poltergeist.
Oh, that's a classic. We at some point we'll have to do that one.
Those were real dead bodies in that pool.
There we go. In the general, for the Discord that we're in, review recommendations. We'll start adding to it because I can only type so fast and I can't type where the fuck.
Sorry.
It's not to be mean. It's I'm terrible. Like. And that helps us all, because then it can also be something that if you have this on your phone and you're like, oh, you just thought of the one that you thought would be cool for it, you can always throw it in.
Do you mean the chat for this voice channel or the one?
No.
The text channel.
Yeah, the text channel. It's going to be below general.
Oh, review recommendation. Thank you.
Yeah, that makes it easier for all of us, because I have a huge list of movies that I need to go through. Like, I still want to go through, like, Possum. I know I don't want to go past the third one, but I'm actually half tempted to go through the entirety, and I do mean the entirety, which is, like, all 14 of them, of the different fucking Hellraiser movies.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there's only 10.
Yes.
Unless you count the new one that came out with the chick.
Which apparently the new one is supposed to be more to what's his name's writing, because Clive Barker, because it was supposed to be a bit more androgynous for the Hell Priest. Necessarily, it's just the dude who played the original. The fans named Pinhead just stole the show.
It wasn't that the fans named Pinhead. That was in the original writings. That's who he was.
No, in the original writing, it was just Cenobite. It was Cenobite. It was lead Cenobite.
Yeah, but in the second one, they became the group of Cenobites, and then he's Pinhead, their leader, the priest of hell, and then you got the princess, Chatterer, the twins.
Doug Bradley, because it was originally just said lead Cenobite, because then there was the chattering
Cenobite,
mm-hmm.
And then there was another one. It was
there was the female Cenobite
princess, or
all right, there we go. All cast and crew. Because we had lead Cenobite, chattering Cenobite, butterball Cenobite, and female Cenobite.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Because I still have opinions of how they should have went with that. I don't hate the second one. The third one is absolutely retarded. And once you start going past that, they go down and down and down, because the people who had the copyright for it, or the rights for it, they had to make a movie every so many years. Otherwise, the rights would go up for sale or for whoever wanted them, basically. Well,
after a while, Clive Barker stopped being a part of it. Well,
that's why I said it was the studio that had the rights, but for a lot of studios, they have to do something with the franchise Otherwise, after so long, they will lose the rights for it. It's the reason why Disney will go through and make certain movies and whatnot. It's the reason why other studios, they will sometimes make just shitty movies that have that in the title, because then they retain the rights to that franchise.
And that's kind of what happened with that franchise.
Yeah.
The last 3 were just Hellraiser in name only.
Mm-hmm.
You just get a smidgen of Pinhead.
Yeah,
one of them, the one with Lance Hendrickson.
Yeah, because it was like the second or last one that he freaking was that, and there, yeah, it's like he was known for that, and he did a lot of those. Oh, apparently he was the he was the Cenobite voice for Death by Daylight.
Yeah, they finally included that his voice in it. They came to terms on it, apparently.
Yeah, the last one he was in Hellraiser Hellworld in 2005. Pretty much after that, because like so many of them were just later on straight to video.
Yeah, and that was the one with Lance Hendrickson in it. Now the next 2 are just in name only.
Mm-hmm. That's why, like I said,
they barely show him.
Yeah, that's why, like I said, they had that whole thing to where they had to make a movie, because they had to make a movie every or so many years, or make something with the franchise. Otherwise, they lose the rights to it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that guy Doug Bradley has some fucking 72 that aren't upcoming acting credits.
Wow.
Well, he's like one of those people like Fitchner. I can't remember his first name. They're never really the main character. They're usually like a side or kind of like parallel, or it's like, the main character like works with the main character, but they kind of steal the show because of the way they do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, come on, dude, him as the lead Cenobite, or the priestess, or the actual originally was Hell Priestess. He stole the fucking show as a fucking for that movie.
Yeah.
We will tear your soul apart. Hell, that was actually his first actual movie that wasn't a short. Hellraiser was.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, he was in Nightbreed.
Oh, I love that movie.
Nightbreed is awesome.
Shepherd of the Rock. The fuck is Driven? If Nightbreed is what I think it is, I need to watch that at some point.
Killer Tongue. He was in that. I don't know what it's about, but it sounds awesome. He was also in The Prophecy.
Who is this?
Doug Bradley. Pinhead.
He was also in a movie called Driven, to where it says, centuries ago, a series of horrific murders rocked the city. Now, as the end of the millennium approaches, a copycat killer stalks 7 victims, preying on the unwary, repaying a pact with the devil, which will plunge the world into chaos. Ooh. Got Paul Copley, Doug Bradley, Gary Beadle. What? He looks familiar. You guys can talk as well. And I think we're all looking at something on our computers or on our screens.
Right, we are.
Actively looking at more stuff to review, because there's not really as much to say about this one. I will still say I think he went somewhat backwards from going from Hereditary to Midsommar, but still both are good movies in their own rights. They're not something I'm going to probably seek out to watch yearly. Unless
I think that he. Okay, because Hereditary was his first film, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
He used a lot more effect just needlessly in Hereditary than what he did in Midsummer.
Yeah, everything else he did before Hereditary was a bunch of shorts.
Right. But, if you compare the two, he's still using the filters and all that,
Mm-hmm.
but he toned it back a bit as far as on effects.
Yeah. Well, I think he used
And
more.
still was able to tell a good story.
I think in Midsummer he used more effects because for so much of it, a lot of the cast was supposed to be like drugged out of their fucking gourd.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it happens. I think we're all starting to come down a little bit.
Yes. But I'm not going to bed anytime yet.
I'm gonna go watch cat videos.
I'm going to have to.
Just go to the next 6 minutes on Twitter. He tends to have a lot of those on his timeline.
Yes, he does. And if you noticed, he decided, he said that if he was to do an energy drink, what would it be? I like my answer. Bruised fruit. It's sort of like fruit punch.
Now all I can think of is the Power Thirst. Back when College Humor actually made shit that was funny. God, they went fucking downhill.
What was that? College Humor and their other one, Funny or Die, before it got stupid. I love their little teacher segments.
I just love the Power Thirst ones because it's like, what about me and my blue collar? Juice Springsteen. You'll be running all the time. You'll have kids. They'll be running. They'll be as fast as Kenyans. The people think they're actual Kenyans. They'll be deported back to Kenya. There you go. You want something to make you laugh? Go back and watch the old Power Thirst.
I might have to do that. But
I liked when they had the list of 6.
You liked when they had what?
College Humor did like the various 6 people that you work with, the 6 stereotypes, or it's your 6 college roommates. You had the monster, the robot, the vampire, the zombie, the ghost. What was the other one? The alien. There it is.
So, what do we want to do for next week? Are we wanting to go back to a Nicolas Cage film? I think we should go back to a Nicolas Cage film.
I think we need prayer. I think we all need to pray. Yeah.
I mean,
just a little.
You can pray if you want.
Let's see. Con Air.
Put the bunny back in the box.
Primal.
Put the bunny back in the box.
If we're going to do a palate cleanser, let's do Primal. Or Con Air. This is my vote.
I second, because I love Put the Bunny Back in the Box.
Why didn't you just put
I'm trying to find it right now. Or going through some of his stuff.
Why couldn't you just put the bunny back in? His southern accent is terrible, but I still love it.
His accent was bad.
And he didn't even need the accent. He could have just spoke normally, and it would have been believable. But you had to throw in the accent.
My favorite part of that movie was Steve Buscemi.
When the fuck was this movie?
Con Air? Con Air like...
No, I thought you said
97.
Primal.
2000s?
Oh.
What was you? I'm confused. What were you asking about, Ron?
Because they were saying Primal. That was the movie you were talking about. Were you talking about Con Air?
No, I was talking about Primal.
When did that come out? Because that was a Nick Cage movie, right?
Yes.
Because I'm trying to find it. Okay, that one came out in 2019.
Yes.
I mean, heck, if you guys haven't, we could always at some point as well go through the whole Tremors series.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
The hardest part is the hardest thing I've been finding. Like, I'd have to actually get a DVD player, or not DVD, a Blu-ray player for my computer, which I need to do at some point because I have them all on Blu-ray. I even went out of my way.
I say we do Critters too.
But I even bought the fucking TV show for Tremors.
If we do Tremors, we have to do the Critters.
The Critter series.
Yep. You can't do one without the other.
Okay. And if we're going to do cheesy horror, we need to include the Puppet Master series.
We gotta do Evil Dead.
If we did Evil
All
Dead,
three of them?
On that one, that's difficult because, like, well, Bruce Campbell is no longer going to reprise his role as Ash because technically to do Evil Dead, we'd still have to kind of do the remake, but we'd have to do Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, and the Evil Dead TV series because they're all connected.
Yes, they are. Especially in the second season. That's when they start fighting with the
Deadites.
holder at the movie title.
I mean, they were fighting with the Deadites in the first season.
Yeah, but they were changing shit up too.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't canon to make it canon.
Shit, technically the games are connected as well.
Yeah.
If you notice in the second season, when they go back to Dearborn.
I still got to watch the second season at some point.
Oh, I won't spoil anything.
We gotta do Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, no.
No.
Wait. No, I'm thinking of Cabin Fever. I cannot do Cabin Fever.
The original or the remake?
I was going. Oh, you talking about the Cabin Fever? I was talking about Cabin in the Woods with all the
Yeah, with Chris Hemsworth.
SCP. Yeah.
That's a good one. I'd be willing to do that. But I mean, okay.
That's a good
I'm thinking we
cleanser.
go for a palate cleanser. We got Con Air was a vote. What about Face Off?
I want to take his face off.
We'll
Face
fit.
Off looks fun.
Face Off was okay.
Okay, I think we've all seen Face Off and Con Air, so let's try to find something we have, like a few of us at least haven't seen. Have you all seen Snake Eyes?
No, I haven't seen Snake Eyes.
I think I have. But it wasn't bad.
No,
It was
good.
good.
No. I know a movie we can all see that will cleanse our palate. Samurai Cop.
What did you just say?
Samurai Cop.
Samurai.
Isn't that a fucking trauma movie?
I believe it's.
Because that was
Samurai.
the trauma movie I want to say would be like Kabuki Cop.
Yeah, that's Kabuki Cop. Samurai Cop is with Robin Zadar.
Wasn't that Maniac Cop?
No. It's another cop movie called Samurai Cop. It's not a horror movie. It's just this
Action crime thriller.
It's a buddy cop.
I mean, we could always just do Action Jackson.
God. If we're going to do cheese,
Have you guys
there's
ever
a Nick Cage
seen
movie.
Jack Flash?
Seen what?
Jumping Jack Flash
I don't think I've
with
seen that.
Whoopi.
Yeah. I'm a little black woman in a big silver
big black-
box. Hello.
with says phone on it.
Well, we'll throw some stuff into the general and try to figure something out. I have no idea what we'll be doing next week. We'll figure it out. We haven't decided. 'Cause Apparently, this movie really fucked us all up.
Yeah.
It was rough. It was rough.
I'm not going to say it's a bad movie because it had all the elements of a good horror movie.
It really
Scared
did.
the fuck out of you. It kept you on your toes. There was no way in hell, unless you'd seen it before, that you would know the ending of it.
Yeah, unless you'd seen spoilers, which I kind of had, but still I had to see it to see what was going on with it.
Right.
Because
I mean-
as someone who'd actually seen some stuff about that movie to know what was going on in it, still the lead up was just well done in my opinion. But it is definitely a movie to go into blind.
Yes. And I went into it blind. I didn't look anything up about it. I was just looking forward to it.
And now you're regretting.
I regret everything. I regret all my decisions.
Tears like, I'm gonna go
Okay.
grab a baseball bat and sit watching the door.
Just in case. Just in case.
Yeah, my rating for this movie is more fucked up than two little boys fucking in church.
I have no words for that one. That one is a unique.
You never heard that one before?
Nope.
It's pretty fucked up. More fucked up
It
than
really
a
is.
sandwich.
Except for usually it's, that's more fucked up than two altar boys fucking in church.
There it is.
But on that one, I think we're going to end it because we went way out of into everything like we always do. Still need to try to do a Saturday stream. I might just use Talking into the Void just so we can go over bullshit. So plausibly doing something on Saturday night.
I am also going to do a Saturday stream.
I don't know what time.
Saturday afternoon stream.
Yeah, mine will probably be more around like the 9, 10, 11 Eastern, somewhere around there to like even plausibly when we started this one, where it's just going to be going over dumb shit, games, movies, trying to figure out what we're going to do for the Sunday movie.
And it's going to be an anime stream. Right now it's scheduled.
Oh, yours?
Oh, yeah. Right now it's scheduled as Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Hellcat.
Jack? Hellcat.
Like Jack Gunsky?
Gunsky, yes. I'm sorry, I'm running out of air. So, but
He's fading fast, but he can't sleep.
Right.
Too scared. Too scared.
Okay, Gunsky.
And
Hellcat.
we're gonna try and get what's her face?
That narrows it down.
She's on Quippers sometimes.
Ebony.
Couple her faces.
No. The anime fan.
I
That narrows it down.
don't know enough of them on Quippers.
Jen?
Just
Not Jen.
Keith?
Who?
Keith.
Not Keith. Not Yusong.
Thor.
Not Sora.
I'm out of names.
well,
Just gotta.
Angela.
get you there.
Angela. I'm pretty sure you got it. Damn. All right, I'm out of names.
we're gonna go with this and say that. Okay, so James should be having a stream. Check his Twitter, which is in the description. I need to get off my ass and add Angela's one of these days because I've been lazy. I haven't found hers because I don't remember if I'm following her or not. But I'm gonna figure out something else to do at some point. Maybe try the Twitch thing at some point and play the games that I cheat at because we mod. Because I don't care and a lot of things. I just like to kill shit. Probably gonna be back for me on Saturday. I'm gonna try, but I don't know what's going on necessarily, and we'll figure out what we're gonna do for a movie then. So until then, whomever sees us in the future, I hope you watched the movie first so you can, ask me what the hell is wrong with me. And us for subjecting ourselves to that. But hope you have a good week, because James and Tier probably aren't going to sleep for the rest of this one.
Oh, I'm gonna sleep eventually.
Yeah, because you're gonna black out.
Yeah.
But everyone